Start your week smiling with your friends, Kathy Zant and Michelle Frechette. It's time to get ready for some weekly motivation with WP Motivate. Hi, Kathy. Wait. Hi,
Mich-
Kathy. What is it? What do I say? Oh, happy Thursday, Kathy. I'm like forgetting
That's right.
myself here.
Well, it's like a new month and it's a new
Yes.
Thursday. So it's like, what are we doing here? Yeah.
Happy August,
And it's
Kathy.
August. We're supposed to be like taking the whole month of August off like politicians, right?
Oh gosh, wouldn't that be nice?
It
Ah,
should be this way.
the thoughts that
Or
just
like Europeans, all of our European friends who are like, oh, you Americans with your 2 weeks of vacation. We're
yeah.
taking off a month and a half. We'll see ya.
My first thought was, man, maybe my sciatica would feel better if I wasn't sitting in this desk chair every day.
I have a question for you though.
Oh, yeah,
Like on Saturdays, like you don't have to, you've got the day off. Do you sometimes go and sit and do stuff? Like it's
sometimes.
almost just a habit, like you just go to your, yeah,
Sometimes, not often though. I will say I've been really a lot better at not sitting at this desk on my weekends. I
yeah,
will
good.
lay on the couch. If I don't leave my house, I'll lay on the couch and watch movies. I'll take a nap, those kinds of things. Or I'll grab my cameras and head out into nature if it's a nice weekend and get some photography done. So
Nice.
yeah. But but I have been known to sit here and do like almost every Saturday I have an interview for to be coffee talk. And I make
Yeah,
myself walk away from the desk afterwards so I don't sit here and be like, oh, poo, it's 5 o'clock. And I just lost a whole day again, kind of thing.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. I've been like at least once a day. This is my living room, so there's like a sofa
Mhm.
over here. I will go and sit on the sofa and I'll take, the laptop or the iPad over there and I'll write from over there just to be in a different,
Yeah.
not just here. It's hard when you work from
Yeah.
home, isn't it? Because it's
It
like,
is. Yeah. I
I
think
mean,
about doing that, but like everything is so connected. Like to have to disconnect everything and then my lights won't reconnect next time. I'll have to like go through the problem. It's
yeah,
the Elgato lights are supposedly wonderful. They're nothing but a pain in the ass for me. I have to turn them off, turn them back on, and I have practically have to get up on my desk to do that, which is not easy for me to do. So like unhooking the laptop, I mean I do it when I travel, but it's like, oh, maybe I'll just work from my phone for a little while. Like if I need a break, I will go sit on my couch or even just lay on my bed for an hour in the
yeah,
afternoon and do all my social media stuff for work from my phone. Because I'm not
yeah.
really, I guess it is laying down on the job, but it's actually doing the job while I'm laying down.
Right. Doesn't matter
So,
what position you're in,
no,
you
for
hang
sure.
from monkey bars and as long as you're getting something done and have some productivity or,
True.
but here's the other thing too. I mean, you've seen, I'm sure, that social media little meme thing where it's like ideas in a meeting and there's like the faucet is turned off and ideas on a walk and it's just like a waterfall
Gushing.
of,
Yeah.
so a lot of times when you're not working, you're actually more creative and have
Yeah.
better ideas and what ifs and
Yeah.
intuitive downloads about things that you can do. I mean, some of my best ideas have when I was like up in Shasta, I'd be out at the lake with the dog and like far away from the computer and I've had great ideas popping in.
When I worked at the massage school, so I ran a massage school, people don't know this, in Rochester and Syracuse for a while. I ran it in Rochester for 5 years. They didn't always have a director in the Syracuse campus. So I would drive to Syracuse 2 days a week, which is about an hour and a half each way. And then I was in Rochester the other 3 days. And it wasn't 2 days in a row, so I couldn't just stay overnight. No, I had to drive back and forth both of those times. But so I would be out there I'm a good problem solver. If somebody says we can't figure out how to make this work or that work, I'm a good problem solver. But I can't always solve a problem sitting at a desk. So when I was out there, like I actually solved a few problems in the bathroom. Like I would get up, walk to the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's like I wasn't bringing my phone in. It wasn't even smartphones back then. It was long enough ago, right? So I was just like sitting in there doing my business and like, oh, I know how to fix that. And so like
Yeah.
twice I came out of the bathroom and said, let's do this, this, and this. They actually put a little like sign underneath where it said like ladies' room. It says Michelle's think tank. Like it was one of those kind of things. So yes, you actually can do a lot of problem solving away from your desk for sure.
Yes. Yes, definitely. There's, part of like the job that I'm doing now, where we're talking a lot in terms of like how people are motivated. And, I think I have held this belief system that people who like are really good at optimizing processes, or, getting things done, or organizing things, or like those kinds of people are the ones that are like super productive and get things done type of things. But if you don't have the ideas people, if you don't have like the visionaries, the people who are like coming up with the ideas or dreaming up big things to do, what are the other people actually
Yeah.
going to be doing that, they're not coming up with ideas, they're just like getting things done and optimizing
Yeah.
things and things like that. And so it actually has helped me, because I'm a visionary and I typically don't value that skill because it's easy for me, but I'm starting to value that I can do that more, and that feels pretty
Mm.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. I
That
agree. It does. I like
without
problem solving.
without me, yeah, y'all ain't got any ideas.
I don't know what to do about this. Well, and sometimes the ideas come to you in place about things that you're not even thinking about or other places. Like
Yes.
if somebody wants to steal my idea, I'm about to tell you, I know you are already, I think I already slacked it to you earlier, but um I'm doing a very small event at WordCamp US. And
Yeah.
I'm organizing the whole thing. Like this is on my desk to do this. And also to like come up with a small gift idea, like a swag idea for so it's gonna be like 20 people or less, very small group. And I was like, what could we do that's just like, I mean, I even posted on Twitter yesterday, like, hey, what's the best swag you ever got? Blah, blah, blah. But I want something that's maybe a little bit interactive, but also that's memorable. That's not like, oh, look,
Yeah.
another mug. Oh, look, another water bottle. Hey, now I have 3 backpacks. Like, I want something that's really unique. And I was scrolling TikTok. I swear I say that at least once in every episode that we record as I'm scrolling
Yeah.
TikTok. And all you have to do is click one ad, like one sponsored whatever, and then you're suddenly served everybody who's like selling that in their TikTok shop, right?
Yep, you're done.
I did not understand what something was or how to pronounce it. And it's like Quefe beads. And I think they call them Quay beads or K beads or something like that. Because if I pronounce it the way it looks, it's not a good word to say on a podcast. Anyway, so I clicked through to see what it was before they showed what it was. And it's these little beads with letters and numbers and colors and whatever, like to make friendship bracelets. Like it seems to be all the rage for Swifties. And like you're a Swiftie, so you know. I want somebody to make me a friendship bracelet, first of all, but that's another story. But I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I made a whole bunch of them and we brought it there, but we also brought the kits, right? So, like, if somebody doesn't really want to sit there and make a bracelet, there's one that says WordPress, there's one that says whatever, I have all these ones
Yeah.
pre-made, but they could make or take a bracelet while we're chatting with them and that kind of thing and have this experience of making friendship bracelets. Make 2 or 3, give them to some of your friends or your family, take one home to your kid, like whatever, right? And I thought that to
Yeah.
me sounds like my boss isn't in until next week, so I don't know if it's gonna live or die, this idea. But I like it, and I actually ordered beads so I can start practicing with them when they come to
That's
my
so
house.
awesome. That is
So
so awesome.
don't be
Yeah,
surprised
as
if you
a
get a friendship
Swift,
bracelet in the mail, Kathy, from yours truly.
awesome. As a Swiftie, and
Yes.
so I don't know, I pay attention to all this stuff. I love the whole Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift thing. I think they are adorable. I love Travis's brother, Jason Kelce, who plays for the Philadelphia Eagles, or played, he retired, but they're at like a concert somewhere, maybe London or something. And this big football guy, his whole arm is like covered with bracelets. And he goes up to his wife and he's like, look,
That's
it's
sweet.
the
It's
most
cute.
adorable thing. It's
Yeah.
so cute. He's such a good person too. There was another video I saw where somebody was wearing his jersey and like walking along, and Jason Kelsey actually like went up to this kid and was like, "Hey, you're wearing my jersey. You want to take a picture?" Like out of his
Aw.
way to like make
Yeah,
this kid's day. I just love that. I
me
mean,
too.
if you can uplift someone like that, if you have that capability of, if you're like someone's hero and you can reach out to someone and just like be with them
Why
and be
not do
present with
it?
them,
Yeah.
love it.
So
So
then,
I love
so
all
then,
of that stuff.
so then my brain takes it one step further. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I could get paper plates and like make a giant bracelet that looks like the STELLARWP, but the colored ones
Yeah.
at the end, and like hang them over wherever we end up being. So it's
Love
like
it.
it's a giant friendship bracelet that says Stellar WP or WordPress or
Yeah.
whatever, right? I'm like,
And
oh,
it's a big enough for everyone.
it is. I love it. Anyway, so there's an idea, but yeah, so
See,
you never know
this is
what
why we
problem
work
you're
so
gonna
well
solve.
together, because you would have this idea and I'd be like, oh yeah, and we would just like run sometimes.
Absolutely.
Cadence
Absolutely.
Beat
So much fun.
named you were the one that came up with that name, and then I kind of ran with that. And
Yeah.
yeah, you're
I
like
had
such an idea generator.
I had a meeting yesterday. I won't say the company or who and that kind of thing, but I had a meeting yesterday. A company asked if they could pick my brain if they decided they wanted to have their own podcast. And as we're talking, I'm like, oh, and you could name it this. And I gave them the name, and they're like, oh, we hadn't thought of that. Oh, that could really work. So if they end up naming that way, I'm gonna be like, but I named another podcast, but we'll see.
There you go. There you go.
Uh,
Uh-oh, there's a
who
cat
knows?
behind you. Watch your drink.
I know, right? Oh, no, I put catnip on the floor to keep them down, so
Oh yeah,
she's sniffing the
smart.
carpet. And I also have a candle on the counter and my secret weapon, which all I have to do
Secret
is
weapon.
pick the little black cat that jumps up here all the time. If I pick that up, she just skedaddles right out of the room. So she knows
Good
better.
deal.
She knows better. I feel a little mean, like threatening her, but I don't need to wear another cup of coffee.
Yeah, no.
I have
I
boundaries.
I have a spray bottle when the little dog likes to jump up on the husband's bed and he hates it, you know.
Mm,
Half the time he forgets like that the dog even exists. He remembers the golden. He
yeah,
remembers older stuff, like his
yeah,
short-term memory like doesn't, so he doesn't remember that, you know, Milo is actually likes him and is a good dog, but he
yeah.
likes to jump up on the bed, and so we have the bottle and we just show it. We don't even have to squirt it at him. He
No,
just knows he doesn't like
exactly.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, conditioning like that. Like, I mean, I'm probably conditioned that way too with certain things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody will show you something like, no, please don't. And my
Yeah.
dad, we were always, this is gonna make it sound like we were abused as kids. We only had to get spanked once though, like, right? That we never actually, I never in my entire life felt my father's belt on any part of my body. But my dad's threat was always, do I need to get the belt?
Yeah.
Like none of us actually got beat with the belt, but we were so afraid that we were going to get beat with the belt that like the word belt still makes me go, oh, like I don't even own a belt. Also don't own any
Yeah.
pants with loops, so I'm good. But you know,
Yeah, we had the belt too. I'm glad we were a belt family rather than a wooden spoon family.
oh, my mother did the wooden spoon. And I did feel the spoon in my
You did
life.
feel the spoon.
I did feel
Yeah.
the spoon. Yeah,
We
I
never
did.
got Mom never really came at us. Well, she'd come at you. She'd make this face and you knew, oh gosh, you do not want to be around for this. She had this
Yeah.
face and you would just be like, well, we're out, check out. But yeah, Dad had the belt.
Did you have
Thanks,
the?
Dad. Thanks for all the therapy.
Did your parents do the middle name thing too? Like if I heard Michelle Marie, I knew I did
Oh,
something wrong,
yeah.
or at least they thought I did. Yeah. It's
Yes.
Michelle
Oh,
Marie,
totally.
Robert Phillip, Gregory William. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
before Craig could really speak well, he learned his name, Gregory William Frechette. And so my mom would say, "What's your name?" And he'd say, "Geggy Willamachette." That's how he'd say it. And so
Oh,
when mom would be out shopping, or that somebody, like people say a little kid, like, "Oh, what's your name?" He'd say, "Geggy Willamachette." And people thought my mom's last name was Willamachette. They didn't think because you wouldn't think it was Frechette, right?
yeah.
So
That's cute.
that's cute. Oh
That's
gosh, this is
cute.
the episode where we just ramble about everything. We didn't even have a
We're
topic at the
rambling.
beginning of this.
We're all over the place. Well, we had a topic, but we knew we weren't even going to make it there, I think, because we kept
Exactly.
reminding each other, what are we talking about again?
We we kind
Oh,
of
that.
we abandoned the topic before we hit record.
Hey, we could save it for next week and we can dance around
Yeah,
it again then too.
sounds good. Now people are gonna be like, "What was the topic?" We'll
What
save it.
was it? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we'll never tell what the topic is and it'll just be like a Twitter parody account someday.
It could
Ooh, that'll
be.
tease people there. They'll be like,
I
What would
am
that be
not,
about?
but just for the record, I am not the person behind the Awesome Motive parody account, and neither are you. At least I don't think you
No,
are.
no, I'm not.
I don't have the
I don't
time
have
to do
time for
that.
that. Do I have time for that? Honestly, like my YouTube channel says new video every week. It's been 2 months. I finally put out a video. Inspired by you, actually, in our conversation on the post status happy hour when we started talking about auto updates. And I'm like, let me tell you what I think about that. And then, of course, I record the video right after that. It takes my son a little bit of time to get it edited. So finally, he posted it yesterday. And I'm like, okay, I guess got to market this now. And yeah, and that day, yesterday, there was a plugin update that went wrong. And I'm like, see. So yeah.
I love it.
Anyway, I don't even know how I got on that, but yeah, no, I
Well,
don't have time to do parody Twitter accounts yet.
yet.
I did have one
That's
like
my retirement
way
job.
before WordPress though. Your retirement job?
That's how I'm gonna stay connected to the
Yeah.
community. I also think,
Oh,
was it US?
love
Yeah, it
it.
was US talking to, because you're the only person I've talked to today, so it had to be you. Um, I would love like a Bridgerton WP account, right?
Yes.
Like
Gentle
instead of
Vitas. We present for you, right?
all the WP drama, but sounding fairly Edwardian as we tell it to you.
Yeah. Oh, there's this uh it's a blog, but it's like called Crazy Days and Nights, and it's all this like they do blinds. So it's like the A-lister who did this thing and has like a cocaine problem, right? And all this stuff. And so it'd be fun. We could do like WordPress Crazy Days and Nights or WordPress blinds and stuff like that and be like
Right.
the A WordPress A-lister that had so I'll just do myself the WordPress A-lister whose husband had a stroke and also she's doing a what was that? Oh, it's got to be that Kathy's aunt.
Almost like WP Gossip Girl.
Yes, WB Gossip Girl. Oh my gosh.
But you have to
That'd
sound
be
like
hilarious.
but you have to do it like you sounded like Julie Andrews, because that's what it makes, like it's just so highfalutin you have to listen.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Well, there's a word I don't use too often, highfalutin. Where I pulled that out from, but oh my goodness
Yeah.
gracious. So I am starting to prep for WordCamp US. I know it's still
Yes.
a little ways away, but Stellar has, we're sponsoring and I'm doing this other event, and I created a calendar for myself there. So if people are interested
Yeah.
in meeting up, I put a calendar out there.
Nice.
Yeah, because I usually think of these things at the very last minute. So I'm trying to be proactive and get things done in advance,
Nice.
but we'll see. We'll see how it
Yeah.
goes.
Well, I got my first invite to a word camp party. So I RSVP'd for that. So I guess
Hmm.
I'm on my way. I'm
Yeah.
coming. Got a lot of stuff to do beforehand though. It's coming up
Same.
fast though. It's what, six
Yeah.
weeks away now?
Yeah, it's gonna be here before you know it.
Yeah. Oh, and there's an
Insane.
eclipse right in the middle of that.
Is there?
There's an eclipse happening right in the middle of WordCamp US. So I don't know if it's like going right over like I think it might be a lunar eclipse. I'm not sure. But yeah, another fun, gotta
Yeah.
gotta throw a little something into the whole WordCamp drama pool
So
there.
back to TikTok, I do follow a couple meteorologists on there, and
Yeah.
there's this one woman who talks about like what's happening. She's the one that I first heard about, like what the eclipse was going to be doing earlier this year. There was two, when you were talking about that earlier, this summer, and I found out on I think it was on Monday night I was watching TikToks and watching her, and she said that on Tuesday night there was going to be not one but two meteor showers that were colliding at the same time this
Oh,
past Tuesday,
wow.
and that you would see them better in the south of the United States, but that you still were going to be able to see them in the north. But the same as what happened during the eclipse. Rochester had cloud cover that night, so I didn't get to see a darn thing.
Boo.
Yeah. At least I got to see the Northern Lights this year. It was good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's good. That's
yeah.
good. I slept right
But,
through that and I didn't saw
yeah.
everybody's pictures and I was like, all right, well, yeah, well, maybe I'll go look for meteors.
Yeah. I'm sure
We'll
I don't know
make a wish on a shooting
how
star.
long those things, but usually it's more than a day, so that you might still be able to see some tonight.
Yeah. Well, and the
It's cloudy
Leonoids,
here.
was it the Leonoids that, because they usually come like
I
like the 12th,
think,
13th.
yeah, is it the Perseids that are in March and I'm looking it up now. Uh I think I can't spell and talk at the same time. Meteor shower, August 2024. It's the Perseids. Okay, so the Perseids.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, the Perseid meteor. Oh, 5 hours ago. It says it's tonight. So there you go. You can go
Oh,
outside.
really?
It's overcast here, so I won't be able to see a thing. But yes, you should be able to see the Perseids tonight. The
Yeah.
Perseid meteor shower peaks overnight. Oh no, I'm sorry. What am I looking at? August. That's on the 11th.
On the
I
11th. Okay.
yeah. I was looking at August instead of July. Meteor shower,
Awesome.
July. Let's see what was the
Well, I'll go
story.
make some wishes on some shooting stars
Yeah,
if
that'd
I
be good. Make a
survive.
few for me too, will you? It was the
Yeah, well, I know what
Aquariids.
you want. I
You
know
know what
what you want. I
I
got
need.
you.
I want a matador and I want a firefighter because they're really hot on TikTok too. Anyway, earlier this week was the Aquariids and the Capricornids peaked
Oh,
together, the
really?
30th, 31st. So that was yep, so that was 2 nights ago, but I'm sure you could probably still see them a little bit. But on the 11th is the Perseids, so hopefully we'll have good weather for that.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go look for them
Yeah.
because I like
Take
shooting stars.
Send
That's
me a
what
message if you see one.
2009, we went to Mount Shasta for the summer. We were living in Austin. Claire was like a year old. And we went in the middle of August and we stayed in this house and everybody's like, oh, well, don't leave anything out or the bears are going to come. And so like Mark wanted me to stay on the ground floor. And I'm like, hell no, I've got a baby. I'm not staying where there's bears. I was like kind of scared and everything. And
Because
so
bears
I
can't
had to
climb
sleep.
stairs.
But they can, and they also
I'm
can
just
climb
giving you a hard
trees.
time.
But I
Yes.
wanted to be upstairs. And so, like, there was this room upstairs that had glass. It was like there was a bedroom and there was glass. And so and it was so cold. Like, it dropped into the 40s that night. And I'm like, hugging on Claire, like sleeping. And, but it was all glass and it was like clear as clear could be. And one of the mountains, Black Butte, that's up there, and it looked like pyramids. And I'm like
Mm.
watching it, and there were so many shooting stars, and every single
Aw.
one I was like, I want to live here. I want to live here. I want to live here. And 6 months later, I was living there. So,
Aw. All right. Well, when
so
you go out
we're,
tonight and you wish on a couple shooting stars, spare a few wishes for me too, then.
yep, yep. I know what you want. I gotcha.
Yep. Even if it's not matadors and firemen. The more important stuff is
We'll
good too.
see. We'll see what we can sneak in there. I know
If you
if,
see
if
hundreds, there's
you,
it's a lot of wishes.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I'll just keep wishing. Keep wishing
Yeah,
on stars.
absolutely. It's
I got a
I
few of my own.
believe
I got to file. File it like
exactly.
taxes. Like order in.
I'm waiting.
Yeah. I've been waiting.
Send it now. Anyway. Oh
Ready.
goodness. Oh goodness. Well, I guess I don't got a whole lot more to say today.
No, I gotta remember what we
Uh,
talked about so I can write up our little thing.
this is the Seinfeld episode. It was the show about nothing, and yet we talked
The
about
show about
everything. So
nothing and everything.
exactly. And shooting stars. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be back next week where we talk about, hopefully we won't ramble on quite as much. But we will be back next week and we'll get to see each other and hopefully a bunch of you at WordCamp US in about 6 weeks. So see you then.
Amazing.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been WP Motivate with Kathy Zant and Michelle Frechette. To learn more or to sponsor us, go to WPMotivate.com.